Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you are all doing well and hope you had a nice weekend and we are back at it. So everybody get ready. Good morning, Bronny. Hello. This past weekend, I got to spend some time with Jack Mario doing an evening of messages, and really was just such a beautiful night that people who came, you could feel the healing. And whenever we do this, whenever as a medium you deliver those messages, it's so healing, even for the medium. It's, we can all connect and just find a bit of that joy in it, Good morning, Ivana. Good morning, Don. Hi, Maria. Hello, everybody. Good morning, Bobby. Hi, Georgianne. Everybody's piling in. Good morning. Hi, Julie. Hello. I know the weekends feel so long, don't they? Good morning, Amanda. Hi, Ashley Marie. Hello. And I don't know if anybody got to see Sunday. I got to do Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. It was really fun. There was one of the teen moms, another teen mom on it. Those teen moms are really nice, though. I've never seen that show, but they're really, really nice on it. So anyhow, let's kind of talk about coping with grief, okay? Because I wrote this blog, so I don't know if you saw it on my Facebook, but if you didn't, feel free to read it and share it. But when we get to the holidays, don't mind. I know you're happy, Ashley Marie. Good morning, Kathy. I know when the holidays come around, we can be particularly sensitive, like in remembering our loved ones that are in spirit. It can feel just kind of extra sad, we're always missing them, but it can feel kind of extra sad and just those thoughts and feelings. And if we stick in that space, we're going to be grieving so much that I think we're going to be doing the exact opposite of what they would want for us. And I know it's easy to just say, oh, you try losing a loved one. But the thing is I understand that it may feel hard to pick yourself up from grief, and it may feel hard to kind of feel happy. But I just wanted to kind of go over just a couple things that just may help, because your loved ones, think about it. Just, first of all, I always say think about yourself, right? At some point, you're going to have your day that you get to graduate. Your day that you get to, let go of these life lessons and get to have some spirit lessons. So, but think about your loved ones around you now. Would you want them to suffer? Would you want them to stick in a state of sadness? Would you want them to only remember your death and not your life? So I'm pretty sure most of us say, hey, listen, when I go, you better have a party. I want everyone to be happy. I want people to laugh. I want people to remember the fond memories. I want people to remember, oh my God, she was hard to deal with this, or she was so great at that, or whatever it is, whatever we bring, we want people to remember that, and not in a way that, keeps us stuck. So, what you gotta do, or what you can do, is focus. It's about exchanging your focus. Maria, I don't know if there's time on grief, and I think if you say, oh, this year it should be better, and it's not, I think you're going to set yourself up to feel more sad. It's, being present with where you are and understanding where you are. But try these few tips just to see if they don't help. Because the thing is if you can kind of remember the amazingness of your loved one, you know, grab a picture of them or something they made, or, you know, their favorite t-shirt or whatever it is. Take something of them and put it on display out and about so everybody sees it, so that every time you see it, you do think of your loved one. You do think of, oh, they love that shirt. Oh my goodness, he'd never let me wash that thing. But when you can bring that sense of joy, that sense of humanness, that sense of the laughter, the smiles that they brought to you, it can really help you in this grieving process. And other things to do would be to raise vibration, do some cooking and baking and all the things that you would do when that person was in the living, in the physical, right? Do all those things that they would do. Because see, the thing is that we don't want to decorate, or we don't want to put things up, or we don't want to be reminded of that loved one because it hurts too much. But the thing is that's not working, right? We can agree that that's not working. We can agree that hiding the loved one because it's too painful isn't working, right? Because you're still sad, you're still upset, you're still hurting, right? So let's try the opposite. Let's try putting all the ornaments maybe they made as a kid, put them out. Put their stuff out, celebrate. You'll feel them more. I think it will be more tangible, and maybe that will just kind of help you to remember that they're not gone. It's just the physical body. And when you're in such a state of grief, you won't feel that loved one around you, only because your own sadness, your own vibration is making the energy dense. It's not saying that they aren't around you, because they are. I firmly believe that spirit is around us all the time, but you won't experience it because you're in such a state of grief that the energy is heavier. So if we can get you to raise your vibration through joy, through laughter, through happiness, you'll actually be able to pick up on them more and more, which will then, it will just be this cycle of helping you. It's things like that. So, and I know this is hard for everyone. I get it. I'm sure you all have a loved one that you're saying, gosh, I miss them. I really wish they were here. But I just think that there's, life changes, and this is the cycle of life, and it's difficult and it's hard, and our human brains have a hard time accepting it. I totally get it. But when we can just look at the miracles that they brought to us, no matter how old your loved one is when they crossed over, or how they crossed over, okay? No matter how, you just have to know that everything that they brought to you has been a miracle. A miracle. Their existence, their laughter, the things they said to you, the fights that you might have gotten into. I mean, listen, let's be realistic about our loved ones. Some of us can be a pain in the butt, or we'd have arguments, or it'd be hard to be on the same page. I mean, this is human nature. And when we can laugh about those things, and when we can say, oh my goodness, this person was so stubborn, or no one could bake a zucchini loaf like this person, or man, we would always go ahead and bake cookies together. When we can truly sit there and go, wow, this person is a miracle in my life. I'm so lucky that I was fortunate enough to have the experience with them. And it's remembering those things. The grief happens when obviously you're mourning the loss of a loved one. Good morning, Jeffrey. But what happens is that grief is really because you're staying in the past. You want what was, and you're having a hard time accepting what is and what is moving forward. So what happens is it's kind of like the chain is stuck. It's just stuck. We can't move. And so that's what you may feel like. You may feel stuck. You may feel like you can't move. You may feel uninspired. You may feel all of these things that feel icky. They don't feel good. So, and but see, Vicenza, I love this. My son was an amazing chef, but yes, he could be a pain. But, you know, like, doesn't that make it fun and funny that, like, he's human, like, he is a person, and we got to celebrate all of him. But we have to. What happens is, you guys, if you're in that stuck point where it feels like mud and it feels like you can't move, it's not naturally going to move unless you try to take some action steps to alleviate it. It's going to take a little bit of your effort here. So that's what I'm trying to share with you is, you know, I understand that I may not be able to take away your pain, and I may not be able to bring your loved one in the physical realm for you, but what we can do is remember that we can still connect to them. And we can honor all the beautiful things that they brought to us, all the amazing things that they brought to us. And the best thing we can do is honor them with love, with life, with joy, with celebration. Because I can tell you, every single one of them is pretty happy where they are, and they're very much at peace. And I think if they could give you any message, it would really be, oh, Barbara, I'm so glad your dad is with you today. And spirit here than in the physical. Absolutely, Susan, absolutely. But I think the message I see over and over again, spirit just says, they want to comfort you. They want to say, I'm okay. Like, don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm happy. So if you could just try to find some ways to move past the stuck, move past where you're not being able to move forward. Again, putting those things out of your loved one. Have a loved one party. Have everything. But I believe it will make you feel better. Don't be afraid to remember your loved one, but remember it all, you know? And what about donating some of your time? You know, what will happen is if you can find a way to donate some of your time to a charity or to an organization or to someone who needs your help, you know, that is inspired by your loved one in spirit. So how wonderful is it that they're continuously giving, that they're still giving and they're using you to give, right? So it is a way that, Gloria, sorry for your father's passing, but again, when your loved ones pass, I mean, I always say they're just better students than you and I. They get to graduate, and it's hard, and we want them to stay with us, but it is through that love and through that goodness and that light that they'll always be with us, always. So understanding your grief, knowing you're allowed to feel grief, okay? Give yourself permission to feel the grief. But I'm just going to ask you today to do one action step towards moving away from the grief. Give yourself permission. Good morning, Wendy. Give yourself permission to feel some joy, because that is what your loved one would want for you. I promise. I promise. You know, and your loved one, they're going to be sending you some signs. They're going to be letting you know they're around. But what better way for you to say to them, I know you were here. I know you brightened my life. I know my life felt joy and colorful because you were in it. And yeah, you stressed me out. Yeah, you got on my nerves. Yeah, you drove me crazy. But I wouldn't change it for the world. And what I'm going to do for you, I am going to bake your favorite cookie or your favorite dinner, and we're going to enjoy it, and we're going to savor it, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to tell stories, because it's through the communication, it's through the experience that you will always live on with us. And we're going to celebrate that. We're going to celebrate that together. So I hope that helps. I do. I really hope it helps. I'll tell you what, if I could reach in and pull out the pain that is in your heart, I would do it. I would do it right now. I promise. I don't know how to do that yet. But what I can do is let you know that your loved ones are around, and let you know that you can feel joy, and you can feel happiness, and you can honor them, and you are allowed to live your life. And I can promise you that your loved ones would very, very much want that for you. Okay? So I hope you have a beautiful day. Enjoy the day. Try to take maybe some of these suggestions and see what you can do with them, and see if you can see that they help you. I've got that full blog on my Facebook page, so you can read the actual tips and look at them. You can share it with someone you think it may help. You can share this with anyone you think it may help. But I am sending lots of love to you. Lots of love to you. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.